Hello, welcome to the Elevate Your Soul podcast. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about comparison and why comparison isn't a good habit to get into, whether you're doing it in a way that makes you seem quote unquote better than other people or quote unquote worse than other people. Comparison is the ultimate way to rob and steal your good energy and take away your joy. You should accept that other people are just different and you are going to be different from everybody else you come across in your life. It all comes back to fully accepting yourself and acceptance of what is in that moment. And it's a really good idea to stop focusing so much on other people and start directing your focus inward. If you're someone who tends to constantly analyze other people, it's probably a sign that you're doing this to avoid concentrating and focusing on yourself and analyzing yourself and questioning your own behaviors. It's kind of like almost a defense mechanism to not focus and look inwardly on how you're showing up and what you're really doing. Comparison can make us also really resent other people and not like other people, because then we get jealous and we wish that we had what they had in kind of a negative, pessimistic way. Remember to just focus less on others and focus on yourself. Stay in your own fucking lane and do what is best for you. It's like, just imagine yourself driving on a road, staying on your lane, going in the direction you need to go, and then constantly checking your rearview mirror or checking from side to side. What are the other cars doing? Who else is doing what? How are they driving? Which direction are they going? Ooh, maybe I should follow them. And because my friend Jessica is doing this, maybe I should be doing what she's doing. And my friend John is doing this, so maybe I should start doing what he's doing because he's getting great results from this and this is working for him. And it's like, you're never ever going to find out what truly works best for you and what really you want to do and how to fulfill your own passions and desires when you're constantly looking at other people and comparing yourself to other people. It's just like, stay in your own lane and keep doing what is best for you. And the only person who knows what's best for you is yourself. And the only way you can find those answers is to put your attention inwards on yourself and stop analyzing others and focusing on others so much. At the end of the day, comparison is a lot to do with perception as well. So someone's perception, some girl might think that some other girl is way prettier than her, whereas the other girl who she's intimidated by thinks that this other girl is way prettier than her. And it really just comes down to perception and how good you feel about yourself. And if you're actually wanting to put yourself in a position of comparison, you're almost looking for flaws within yourself and how you're not good enough or how you're not perfect enough. Whereas it's a good habit to get into to just accept what is and say that, okay, there can be more than one pretty girl in the room. There can be more than one really muscly, strong, athletic person in my class at the gym. There can be more than one intelligent person here. There can be more than one sexy person in the club. It's about saying, okay, this person has a really good skill or a really good quality. And rather than being intimidated by it, I'm going to either remember what I'm really good at, and, that might help me bring myself back to myself. And when you get used to this game of learning to not compare yourself and not focusing on others so much, you will literally be able to just look at someone else and say, okay, wow, that's a really beautiful person, and then not have to think anything more of it. Do not have to think about yourself and how you're beautiful too. It's literally just like accepting that thought, okay, this person's like that, that's great, I'm happy for them, and just letting that thought go and moving forward and moving on with your day. The more you get caught up in this thought and this jealousy and this quiet, Chi-Chi. And this comparison, you're just going to get used to getting in that cycle of comparing, and it's going to be harder and harder to break. So you want to get used to not comparing by just accepting the thought when it comes up and then really just letting it go. And honestly, at the end of the day, life isn't a competition. Other human beings are not your competition. Stop looking at them as your competition. We are all souls and human beings who just love to be loved, and we all want to be understood, and we all want to be accepted. So stop making them feel bad and giving them bad energy and giving them bad vibes by looking to them as a competition or feeling jealousy towards them. And just send them good energy and do the same for yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop making competitions with yourself that make you super exhausted, or stop feeling like you need to always be in a competition with other people or yourself in order to feel validated or to feel worthy. Because these sort of things don't come from a place of love. They come from a place of fear. And if you guys aren't sure what I'm referring to here, please look back at one of my episodes on fear versus love. And everything on that episode is explaining to you how everything we do and everything we say and everything we think is totally directed from a place of pure love or pure fear. And the more decisions and actions you make from a place of love is going to completely transform your life in a better way, rather than coming from a place of fear. And if you guys have a think about it, what do you think comparison is? Do you think it's something that comes from a place of love, or is it something that comes from a place of fear? Definitely, comparison comes from a place of fear. And it's just the subconscious fear that someone's better than us or more worthy than us or more lovable than us, so that we are going to be ostracized from the group and people aren't going to like us anymore. And back in the day when we were ostracized from other people and no longer loved or being a part of the community, that meant death basically to us. So it's just this innate response that we have in our brains, that when we feel threatened by another person, whether it's by their looks or by their intelligence, and when we're doing that game of comparison, we are going to feel in some way in our subconscious that we are going to die. And so we will either do flight or fight response, which we could just totally avoid that person and be like, oh my God, I need to get out of the room. I need to avoid that person. That person makes me feel uncomfortable. I just can't deal with it. Or we'll choose fight and be like, okay, how can I tear this person apart? Let me be super bitchy to them because I think they have better looking breasts than I do, or I think they have bigger biceps than I do, or I think they have a better car than I do, or whatever it is. You need to stop yourself before any of this happens and just come back to yourself, come back to a place of acceptance, and make sure your thoughts and your actions and your behaviors are coming from a place of love rather than fear. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I hope you are all also having an amazing day. You're amazing and you are beautiful just the way you are. See you on the next episode. Bye.